Brazil's Supreme Court heard the key arguments on the so-called time frame case, which poses a threat to indigenous communities and their lands. The time frame argument surrounds a cut-off date for land claims that indigenous communities stress are vital for their survival. According to the case, the proclamation of the 1988 Constitution marks that cut-off date, and only those peoples who can prove they were physically on the lands they claim on that date have a right to them. This ignores centuries of land dispossession against indigenous communities violently evicted from their ancestral territories. The ruling could set a precedent for Brazil's indigenous communities to be stripped of even more land in the interest of agribusiness, mining and logging companies. Far-right President Jair Bolsonaro, who has given full backing to the agribusiness lobby and has launched an all-out modification process on the rules around protected lands in Brazil, stated that if the Supreme Court did not act accordingly, then the country would fall into the hands of indigenous communities, in yet another show of his racism. The court's 11 judges set the date for the second part of the hearing for September 8th. No date has been defined for the final verdict.
For example, those who are fighting for land, they are small lands, and in these lands the indigenous people are camped on the side of the road, on the side of a farm, beside a road or beside a farm. There is no school, there is no health structure. It is necessary that it passes here first as quickly as possible through the Supreme Court, that the vote is in our favor so that these relatives who are fighting for the land have the conditions to cast their foot inside